Hi again, guys. 4th of July is right around the corner, and today we're making a firework inspired care package with the help of some lyrics from Miss Katy Perry. So, first, I sent my cut file to my Silhouette Cameo and I cut out the lyrics and I cut it in script font. And, when you guys are choosing a cardstock for your glitter font, definitely make sure it's a thicker cardstock. Otherwise, it'll just rip and tear and give you all sorts of headaches. And when you're choosing a font, the thicker the better. I feel like the Silhouette cuts a thicker font way easier than a real thin or fine font. So this care package is going to be multi-layer, and so it's going to be 3 layers. It's going to be the background layer, which is going to be glitter paper behind these little firework cutouts, and then this layer, which is the middle layer, and then the top layer, which is going to be the cutout words that you guys saw earlier. I will be cutting out this glitter cardstock with my paper trimmer. Just a little advice, if you guys are sending this kind of cardstock through your Silhouette Cameo, definitely make sure to do a couple of test cuts. I think I had to do like 5 test cuts before I found the right setting to cut through this glitter paper. It's some thick paper. And now I'm just adhering this paper to my medium layer. Now for my next layer, I'm going to go back to the words that I cut out with the glitter cardstock, and I'm adhering that on top of the medium layer with some glue here. This is a really good glue. It has a really fine tip and it adheres pretty strongly. If you happen to get some where you don't want it to, you just take a paper towel and you can just wipe that away. Just going to wrap up the word firework here on the bottom flap. These 2 flaps, I forgot to mention, are the top and bottom flap. I have something really special in mind for the 2 side flaps. But this is a great and fast and easy way to get some quick bling on your care package flaps, is to add some glitter cardstock on there. You can also use glitter glue, although that can get a little messy. You can use glitter itself, although again that can get a little messy. I think glitter cardstock is the way to go if you're in a bind and you just want to add some bling really quickly. So as I mentioned, for the side flaps, I had something special in mind. I'm going to do some embossing, some heavy embossing here. I'm using a stamp set from the Ton Stamps. It's their Fireworks collection. And I'm using some tinsel embossing powder in different colors. And it's really simple. I'm just gonna stamp the image in Versamark ink, put it on my paper, and then emboss it, heat emboss it. For this, you definitely want to use your powder tool. I've been forgetting to use that powder tool in my previous videos, but now I have it and I'm not forgetting it this time. Although, you know what, in this care package, if you get a little glitter where you didn't want to, I don't think it'd be a big deal. I think it adds to the whimsiness of it all. And, who doesn't love more glitter? And so I did red first, and now I'm on to the silver embossing powder. And then I'll be using blue embossing powder and then gold embossing powder. And it's really just repeating the steps over and over and over until you get the colors you want and the layout you want. Heat embossing here is a really great technique to use for your care package. I mean, once you have the supplies, it really doesn't cost much to heat emboss, and the glitter doesn't rub off, and it's so sparkly and so shiny, and it just glitters when you put a light on it. And for a care package team that has fireworks, I mean, come on, this is perfect. As you can see, I'm using coffee filters to catch all of the excess embossing powder. I like using coffee filters because they take up less space than your regular piece of copy paper, and the sides kind of come up, and so it kind of acts as a barrier so you don't have embossing powder everywhere. I got this idea from Jennifer McGuire Ink. She makes cards and she's great at giving little tips like this. Okay, so I'm almost done with this side flap. I'm going to add a sentiment from a Hero Arts holiday stamp set. It just has a variety of sentiments for different holidays, so I think it's a really versatile stamp set to have if you're going to get one. I'm also storing it in a great storage packet because once you start stamping, you have to start organizing. So these little clear pocket organizers are great to use for that. If you're going to be heat embossing a lot, I would just leave your heat gun on the whole time. I did that for this care package. When you heat emboss, it's important to have your heat gun nice and hot, just because it prevents warping of the paper. Alrighty, now it's time to clean everything up as best I can here. I loved the way it turned out. It's so shimmery, so shiny, and even though there's glitter everywhere, as you can see, you can use a Swiffer sheep. It's one of my craft hacks, and that'll pick all the little glitter pieces right up. So the Sparkle Fairy got to me on this care package, and I decided that there wasn't enough bling. So, sequins! I decided to add lots and lots of sequins. And I have them in all different shapes and sizes and colors, so I thought, this is a great way to put those sequins to use. Yeah, as a crafter, sometimes you see things and you just think, oh no, they're just too pretty to use, but really, you bought them to use them, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using that same glue that I used for the cutout words that I cut out earlier, and just using some tweezers to place them, sporadically everywhere on this care package flap, just for more sparkle. Who doesn't love more sparkle? It's the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Okay, I think that's enough sparkle. I think. No, I'm just kidding. That's totally enough. I just want to show you guys the other care package flap I made using the same techniques. And just look at how beautiful this came out. It's so shiny, so pretty, so sparkly. I truly loved making this care package. With my husband being in the military, the 4th of July is such an important holiday to us. And it's important to, always remember that patriotism and always remember that, we're truly blessed to be living here. So for more, guys, check out the blog and subscribe below. Thanks!